So now let's start with the Kepler's laws. See, who was this Kepler? Kepler was a great, well-known astronomer, and he gave the first concept about planetary motion. Now, in olden days, the astronomers used to look at stars and planets by naked eyes. There are no instruments, optical instruments available at that time. After Galileo invented the first telescope, it became easy for the astronomers to study all these planets, stars, and their motion. Kepler studied the planets, and he came to conclusion that the planets in our solar system are not moving in a circular orbit, but they are moving in an elliptical orbit. Now, just now I told you what is an ellipse, how is the shape of the ellipse. So in this diagram I am explaining you about Kepler's laws. The basic concept you understand that this is an elliptical orbit, okay, and this is any planet which is revolving around the sun, right? Now Kepler's first law tells us that the sun is located at the foci, at one of the foci, and the planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit. Or in short, Kepler's first law states that the planets in our solar system move in an elliptical orbit with the sun located at one of its foci. Now why I say one of the foci? Because I told you ellipse has got two focus. So this sun is located at one of the foci, and the planets revolve around the sun in an elliptical orbit. This is the most simplest law, Kepler's first law. Okay, hope there are no doubts, no difficulties over here. Now let's move on to the Kepler's second law. This is bit twisted. See, imagine a planet is at point P, and in suppose 30 days, 1 month or 30 days, it moves from P to Q. Then the line joining the sun and the planet will trace a certain area. It will trace a certain area. Okay. Now, the same planet moves from point M to N in 30 days. I repeat, okay. We take example that it is taking 30 days to move from M to N. Again, it sweeps. The line joining the sun and the planet will sweep certain area. Correct? While moving from point M to point, it will sweep some area. And then finally, I talk about A and B. Here also in 30 days, the planet has moved from point A to point B. Okay. In each case, the line joining the center of sun and the planet has swept certain areas. Okay. According to Kepler's second law, the line joining the sun and the planet sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. In short, the area in this region SQP, SNM, SBA, all these areas are equal, because Kepler's second law states that the line joining the planet and the sun sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. I repeat, in equal intervals of time. Here 30 days, in 30 days water area is swept is equal to the area swept from A to B in 30 days, or from M to N in 30 days. So in equal intervals of time, the line joining the sun and the planet will sweep equal areas. Getting it? This is Kepler's second law. I repeat both the laws once again, Kepler's first law and Kepler's second law. Kepler's first law states that the planets in our solar system, or the planets, revolve in an elliptical orbit around the sun, with the sun positioned or located at one of the foci of the ellipse. Second law, the line joining the sun and the planet sweeps equal areas in equal intervals of time. Okay, that is Kepler's second law. Hope both these laws you have understood. You go through the textual part and understand this both laws. They are very easy. Now I will move on to the Kepler's third law.